we'll see Zach Wilson and the Houston Texans versus Jalen Hurts and the New England Patriots.
And we are underway from Houston. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They go play action with Hurts. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Dennard. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. So out come the Texans in great starting field position. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from B. You and Zach Wilson.
After seeing what he did last week, throwing 4 touchdown passes, I had to go to my thesaurus to try and come up with some great words for what he did. I'm still coming up blank. He was scintillating.
I'm going simple. I don't have your thesaurus. I'm going dynamite. He was dynamite.
I'll take it.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. Stops short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers, because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
And he's going to take this down close to the first as he's brought down at the Patriots' 21. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Taylor. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Jonathan Taylor taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Texans have taken the early lead. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. 1 play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did. But there's still a place for it. And I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to want to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. The numbers for Mixon last week: 12 carries, 63 yards.
And well liked by his teammates. In fact, I got on good authority, even though I'm not an investigative reporter, that in their team meeting this week, the offensive line stood up and said, "Coach, we've got to have better yardage for this guy. He's number 9 in the league. He's got to be in the top 3 before the season's over."
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. And, Charles, for this defense, they're a confident bunch. Some may say maybe too confident at times. How do you think that they approach a game like this when they're taking on a team that's lost 4 straight?
Well, if they're anything like their head coach, you know they're relying on that confidence. You and I both were sort of surprised at his weekly press conference when he was asked about this being a trap game. And he's almost boasting that he didn't see anything to worry about. That surprised both of us in a big way because we know that can be a dangerous tactic because I can guarantee you the guys on the other side, they heard that, and they're looking for anything to galvanize them.
Throwing is Hurts. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my player... probably just better and not try and do too much. Do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Powerful running. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he's going to take this down close to the 1st as he's brought down at the Patriots' 22. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. On the handoff, Taylor. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. 41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now Wilson. That ball complete to Isabella. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Jonathan Taylor with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Texans lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. This goes out wide from Mixon. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a 1st down. Here's Hurts to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. On 2nd and 10, Hurts. He'll find Reynolds over the middle. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 44-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Here's 2nd and 9. A handoff to Mixon. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's cop.
Touchdown, Patriots! Amari Cooper, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it ends with a New England touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The football going back over now to the Houston Texans. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Matt Judon there to bring him down. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Here's Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. Tucker with the extra point. And it's now 21-7. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Well, the Patriot offense back out, getting set to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Darnell Mooney, the target there. And now it's 2nd down. Hurts throw there, complete to Mooney. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. New England on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. 1, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got 1 there. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. Hurts. And Kittle catching the slant.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Over the middle, complete. That's Reynolds. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
To throw is Wilson. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. They go play action now. Wilson. He'll take his shot for the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans will extend their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
Make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Osa Odighizuwa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On 3rd down, Mixon. And they'll get him down here at the 23. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Here's Jack Fox now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. And this is caught at the 8. So we reach halftime, and what's been we now proceed to the start of the 2nd half. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. Taking it about the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Out now comes the Houston offense as you take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
And you can see they'll be the AFC South representative, but for the moment at least, they'd still need to host a wild card game in that first weekend, but not the worst thing in the world.
No, not at all, and you and I both know this about this division. It's been wide open and extremely competitive, and it was again this year. So for a team to come away with the division title and get to the playoffs, you know they'll be battle-tested for their run in January and into February.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Wilson's throw here taken in by Isabella.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
They run once more with Taylor.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Now a give to Taylor. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor,
a 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have been struggling. I would imagine. At halftime, they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Running left, it's Mixon. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A good gain on first, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
from the shotgun. Wilson. And that'll be caught by Tony. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Jonathan Taylor taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Texans add on. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead will swell by one more. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. On the handoff, this is Taylor. Taylor's got the first down and more. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. That's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Casey Hayward. And the Pats are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Houston's offense taking over again.
And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coach, pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
Well, how about that? The defense's first sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignments. He comes through and puts him on the ground.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. On second down, it's Taylor. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 99 yards rushing here for Taylor. He's got a first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by James Bradbury.
And the Patriots are going to take over at their own 41.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
From the 45 on second down. Hurts. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Texans are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And he's got this way down inside of New England's 10-yard line.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
They'll run here with Taylor.
He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at second and goal.
Here's Taylor again.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Texans extend their fourth quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign.
Tucker with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. New England's offense set to go. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Hurts throw taken in by Cooper here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. That's caught by the tight end, Harrison Bryant. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They're going to look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jamin Davis. The 20. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And as the numbers show, he really wasn't in the mix at the beginning, but they've got him in the rotation now, and it's proved a good move.
And that's what happens when you're a good player. There's a lot more attention drawn to you, and it's obvious that they had him in their game plan.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the 1st down sack. Hurts. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. New England on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5. This one caught by Kittle. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. And this is not something they want to see. George Kittle, such an important piece to the puzzle, is still down here. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Odafe Owe in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
On 3rd down, Mixon gets around him. It's a 5-yard pickup, but spotted a few chain links short of the 1st, so a little bit of decision time here coming up on 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. They'll run with Mixon. The touchdown nor the 1st down. And this Texans defense stands tall. Houston set to take over. And defensively, they were ready for that. A full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
On 1st down, it's Taylor. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line.
Now that's not a call you see every day. A toss play inside their own 10-yard line takes a little bit of brass right there, and they were able to get a little bit of yardage.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43.
Even with a big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete, and all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Tucker now to add the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. New England trying to get to place on offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what it said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
A couple of big plays in succession there for the Pats. They're on the move. On 1st down, Hurts. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll look to throw again. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And now out comes Houston. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. Oh, Wilson going to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Tucker now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. He'll look to throw. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to